It's Week 14 of the National Football League, and this one features the Saints' towering tight end. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Saints and the 49ers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Alongside Brock Huard in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, we usually at this point talk about a quarterback, talk about a game-breaking running back, a home run hitter when it comes to wideouts. Not today, before this one, we're talking about a couple of tight ends.
And what a great game it is, Kate, to spotlight that position because we have two of the league's best. And when you go back and you watch the tape after the fact, when the ground game's running wild, it's usually these tight ends making blocks. When the passing game is getting it done, well, they play a role in the air as well. They don't get the headlines like you talked about, but these guys, man, they are cornerstones of their offense.
One final month to push for the playoffs or start preparing for the future. Here we go. It's Week 14. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
And he's brought down for a loss. Offense to the line for second down. Purdy setting up that play action. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. A tight end in motion now. On 3rd down, Purdy finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a punt coming from the Niners on 4th down, and Mitch Wisnowski out to boot it away. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. So now we get a look at the other offense as the Saints take the field. Leading them out, someone in his first NFL season. Their rookie starter from Miami.
2 numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those 2 numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
And his first pass falls incomplete. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. So it's second down coming up. They run it from the gun with Elliott. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Nick Bosa makes the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
He's got Thomas on the slant. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. A good opening series has him across midfield now with a new set of downs. Elliott's on 1st and 10. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Buys time, rolling right. That's caught by Chris Olave. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly, you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
And he's able to fight this down to the 2. That's 8 yards on that run, and now it's second down. Once again, Elliott. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. No gain on second down, and they need 2 here on third. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he'll score! Touchdown, New Orleans! The Saints have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Return coming from the 6. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And he's played a major impact in their passing game, too. Look at this. We're near the end of the season, and he's leading all NFL backs in receiving yards. That throw is looking for Brandon Ayuk. So second down coming up. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Finds his man, it's Ricky Pearsall. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Third and just 2 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Go!
Now Purdy. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
And the 49er first down.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Let's go now!
He was taken
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. And he'll go down. The Saints make the play. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. Mitch Wisnowski on the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. He'll throw it. Brought in by Elliott. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there. All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision, one they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
Throwing now on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they'll try to build on that big stop. We've hit the end of one in this showdown between two of the league's best. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They start out 2nd and 10. Caught by Dotson on the slant. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Back to throw. Chased out to his right. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 46. Got a man, it's Thomas. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. To the air now on 1st and 10. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Hitting Olave on the slant. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
The throw is caught. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. Escapes the pocket. And he'll score! Touchdown, New Orleans! The Saints take a 13-0 lead. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end brought the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
The 49ers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And you can see he's valued well beyond his work just as a runner. He's leading NFL backs in receiving touchdowns late in this season. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
And the 49ers 1st down.
From the gun is Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Going run again with McCaffrey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Running back sent in motion. Purdy throwing here on 1st. Dump off caught by his back. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
A loss of 2.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd.
Big gain downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers start to fight back with their first points of this game. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the 49ers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here comes Reed. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Saints are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And no one has been better than him at finding the end zone through the air all year. He's leading this league in passing touchdowns late in our season. Able to find Dotson here. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Shotgun now on third down. Short pass brought in. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. He'll throw it yet again. On the move, headed right. He's keeping it. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Completed left side to Thomas. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The Saints pushing for points. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Dropping back to throw. He's on the move. Now here he goes. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing now from the gun. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Now looking to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. They're working quickly here. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Saints will add to their lead at the end of the half. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Receiving team.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. All right, snap and a quick kneel down, and the final few seconds are going to elapse here in our first half. So at halftime, the Saints fighting to an advantage on the road. Now it's time we checked in around the league. Here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment.
Gonna have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly today. We're skipping right through to the start of the 3rd quarter. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. On the return, here comes Reed. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Saints headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And you want your quarterback to, number one, find ways to score for your offense. You always tell me that, Brock. But also, he's done it more than just through the air for them. That last drive, a notable touchdown for him on the ground for the season. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. This is complete to Olave. All the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints grow the lead coming out of halftime. Chris Olave with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Saints stretch their lead to 21.
49ers 7.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And it's still largely a rough outline, Brock. Not a finalized picture just yet, but our playoffs are starting to take shape. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. All right, here we go. Second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11. At the 26-yard line.
They stick with McCaffrey. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's a gain of 4, and they're going to need twice that now on 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught for the 1st. Oh, this big guy is moving! And he flips the field for them before being taken down. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
That's good. 4-8.
Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 11-yard line.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Only 3 yards. They're going to need a much bigger play than that on a lengthy 3rd and goal.
Ready? Unlock line. Reload. Roll. Ready?
Here's Purdy to throw. And the Saints came marching home, and they dropped him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage. Field goal attempts coming here from Chad Ryland. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Badgley able to knock it through. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Saints ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together, finding the end zone. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They go play action here. Rolling out to his left. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. This is ahead for about 5. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the 47. That pass caught by Dotson. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Saints are going to have a first down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Olave with the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal. They'll throw it again. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Saints grow their lead yet again. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Jukes out a one-stop. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Throwing the out route complete. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. No return on that punt. And the Saints will get set to take over. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over.
Dragon 60.
1st and 10, they're going to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. They connect on the deep shot. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Extra point attempt coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints continue piling onto this lead.
49ers 10.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Has this at the 6. And look at this return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down.
The Niners take over.
The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. From the gun, Garindo. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You could feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's 49ers football as we enter the 4th of what's been a largely one-sided game. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun snap for Purdy. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. From the gun is Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Results in the 4th down.
Check. Smash. Alert.
Now it's Purdy. He fires one deep down the right side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kool-Aid McKinstry has the INT. And the Saints are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
He brings it in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountains.
And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans! The Saints throwing 6 more on the blowout. PAT effort coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints tack on 7 more to their lead.
49ers 10.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. First down throw by Purdy. Kittle brings it in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34. Complete to Pearsall. And this one doesn't go far. Third down, 1 yard to go.
18, Pioneer. Set go.
Looking to throw, Purdy. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. To throw again, it's Purdy. Got a man, McCaffrey has it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense to the line for second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing it again here. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Down and 1.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. Badgley able to knock it through. There's a flag down, and if this is defensive, could give him a first down.
Defense.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. The worst time for a mistake defensively, and that awards them this 1st and 10. Now Purdy. The throw is caught, and he's tackled for a short gain.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he will score! Touchdown, San Francisco! The 49ers making the scoreboard look a touch better. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown! His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers take 7 points off the deficit. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. On the return, here comes Reed. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The visitors and Chris Olave ready to take over once again on offense. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this 2nd half. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Back now, pressure on its way. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Trying an inside give to Elliott. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. That's Thomas, he's got it. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Saints, moments away from win number 12. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Elliott straight ahead. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
On 2nd down, a run with Elliott. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a 1/3 of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. So this a win on the road for the Saints. And this streak will live to see another week as they take down yet another opponent over Brock. What has been an incredible stretch of games for them. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Saints, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.